in order to best serve all of you on this call, the more you can use the chat and kind of let me know where you're at, what your questions are, what you've already done, what you need to do, what your goals are, and why you're here, the better this time together will be for you. This is your opportunity to get me and any other leaders that hop on one-on-one for your guidance starting out as a new coach. So soak that up. Our time is very valuable, as is all of yours. But we are so passionate about working closely with the new coaches in our community because the fire that you guys have, the passion that you have, the excitement that you have is contagious for us also. But we want to just pour into you and make you know how much you can accomplish with this opportunity if you truly give it your all and you never give up. The options are endless of where you can take an opportunity like this. And I am just excited to get the chance to pour some belief into you, to hopefully stomp out some fears for you, and just give you some real simple guidance on the first steps you need to take as a new coach into our community. So, Amy, you're exempt from this activity, but the rest of you, if you could throw into the chat, why did you start coaching? Like, what is it about this that you like, and where do you want to go with this? I would love to know that information if you're able. So those of you just hopping on, I'm admitting people from the waiting room here, but if you're able, I would love to hear why you started coaching, why you joined us, and where you want to go with this. I would also love to know if you have done any new coach type training yet, and if so, what? That will really help me guide where this call is going to go. But to start us off, I'm going to quickly go through and screen share a little slideshow for you, and then we're going to talk some more. So I'm going to go ahead. Can you guys all see my screen? All right, so here we are. All right, so what we're going to first tackle together is mindset, program, and sharing. Get organized and go for it. And then we're going to talk about our community and your first group, as well as the promo code incentive. And then we're going to talk about some trips and incentives, as well as some questions. So I love this quote. It's perfect prevents productivity, and progress in learning as you go is where it's at. I was just talking to someone the other day, and they had like a short little window to work, and she was like trying to make this thing that she was doing perfect and asking a million questions about it. And I wasn't able to respond at that time. And she ended up being like, I did it anyways, because done is better than perfect. And I had to go. And I said, you know what? That's the best answer you could have given me, because there is no such thing as perfect anyways. So if you get into your own way with perfectionism, please note that you're going to have to leave that at the door with this journey. There ain't nothing but perfect here. And the more Amy and I will look back at the things that we did when we first started, and I always do the analogy of it feels like when you're looking at like your middle school photos with like, you know, the rainbow colored braces and the drawn on eyebrows and the puka shell necklace, like you're just like, why did I do that? Like, you will do that in your coaching journey, and that is a-okay. That's supposed to happen. That's how you learn. That's how you grow. That's how you figure out what your style of communicating is. So don't worry about being perfect. So we're going to quickly review the 4 vital behaviors. Number 1, be proof the products work. This is by using our supplements, our nutrition, and our workout programs. You cannot sell anything that you don't believe in. Note that I didn't say you can't sell anything you don't use, right? You are absolutely not required to use everything that we do, okay? The thing that makes the difference there is if you believe in what we have being a solution for somebody else's problem, okay? For example, I have a lot of people that maybe can't afford recover if they choose to drink Shakeology or whatever it might be, or maybe something upsets their stomach or whatever it might be. That doesn't mean that they don't know that that product is an incredible resource for someone who needs something to help get their nutrition in check, right? To help curb their cravings, or an energy pick me up, or a post workout that is quality ingredients. You don't have to be using it all, but you have to believe in them and know that our community will be there to help you point yourself in the direction of where a client can be connected if it's a product that you're not using. The second one is connect, invite, and follow up. So you want to connect with the people in your warm and cold markets. So this is, I don't even really want you to focus on your cold market at all. As a new coach, I really encourage you to dive into the people around your immediate environment. Those are going to be your family, your friends, your confidants at kids' schools, your play date friends, your sports team moms, whoever it might be, your coworkers. That's who I want you to connect with and talk about what you're doing with. Just don't keep it a secret, right? Like, for example, when I started, I would bring my color-coded containers to my break room at the hospital. And instead of waiting for someone to ask me about it, I'd be like, hey guys, did you realize like this is a lot of freaking carbs in this yellow? Like, I didn't realize that before. And I would bring it up in conversation somehow. I wouldn't just wait for them to come to me. I would try to be bold about what I was doing, or I would talk about how sore I was and how excited I was about this new program that I was doing. And then that opens the door for inviting them to do this with you. The cool thing is the people that are closest to you are like, they're the ones that people are most scared of asking, but they're actually the ones that are going to be the most likely to help you out and to want to support you on this new adventure. And then following up and treating the business like a business is absolutely essential. If you treat this like a hobby, it's going to turn into a hobby. If you treat it like a business, it will serve your life like a business. The third is to get people results. That's what our goal is as a coach. We want to get people results emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually, everything in between. We want them to feel progress in their life, right? And then personal development is hands down my favorite one, and quite honestly, the most important. So we challenge our coaches to read or listen to personal development daily, whether it's a book, a podcast, etc. And you'll learn about that in our new coach training as well. So let's talk about your mindset and your why. Okay, so like I said, I want you to please throw in the chat why you are here. I'm going to go through that in a minute, but you're going to have those eye rollers. You're going to have the fear of failing. You're going to have all of those what ifs. You have to leave that at the door. That will seriously stall you every single day that you are going after this. And that is, we don't have time for that. Nobody has time to live in that thought of why not chase this dream because of what other people are going to think of me. Leave it at the door, and I promise you it's going to bless this business. Live and design a life for you, not to appease others. Think about who and what motivated you, and keep that at the forefront of your mind. And remember that you have this amazing community of people around you to lift you up and to cheer you on. Commit to a program and get in a group. So throw in the chat also. I'm going to go back when I'm done screen sharing and read through this. Are you doing a program right now? If so, which one? And I hope that you're in a group. If not, that's a very first step to do, because then we can get you on that vital behavior of becoming proof that the products work, having them impact your life so that you know how excited you are and why you want to share that feeling with other people. And then commit to sharing that journey on social media. Now, whether you've never posted on social media before or you're a daily poster, it doesn't matter. You can find the balance that works for you. I will share that when I started 8 years ago, there was no Instagram, and I had maybe posted on Facebook like once every couple months, if that, like very seldomly. I had maybe 250 friends on there from high school, and that was about it. The day I decided to coach was the day I decided that that was now going to be my business front, and I was going to treat it like my business. So I started posting daily. I didn't even think about it. So I didn't even let that thought cross my mind about, oh, I've never posted before. Is this going to be weird? Is this going to, it was just a decision. This was going to be what I was going to do. And I just went for it. Find what's comfortable for you. Maybe you start with 3 days a week. Maybe you start with 4 days a week. Maybe you go all in and go every day. But whatever you do, commit to a cadence of sharing your story and don't stop. Because I just asked majority of my coaches who are with me right now, as part of my homework with my business coach, why they initially joined with me. And it was overwhelming the amount of people that said it was because I was consistent. And they were following lots of other coaches, but they would start and stop, or not ever be posting as frequently as I was about the opportunity to join me. And no matter how hard life got, I continued to show up. And so I think that that commitment piece is huge when you're starting out as a new coach, because a lot of people are going to be watching you, whether you're going to be a bandwagon jumper and you're going to be on and off and hot and cold. They want to go with you. They want to trust you and extend their hand in this vulnerable journey, but they're nervous about if you're going to just all of a sudden be done with it next month. And then personal development. We'll get to that when I share more about our new coach training, because I have a whole bunch of recommendations there for you. And you will also learn in there all about our coach family, our amazing team page, and our new coach resources as well. I did a screen share also about some ways for you to navigate through some training in the back office and things like that. But once you log in and you can go to this training tab, that's a great place to start. But I suggest that you go through our new coach training in our Facebook group first and foremost. Remember that a lot of people's biggest hesitation also when they start this is that they have a fear of being salesy. Well, I'm here to tell you that we never sell anything. Like, that might sound crazy, but we don't. We only share things, okay? Other people then make the decision to purchase based on what we're sharing. So that's how we sell, is by sharing our story and other people's story on our team as well. These are some amazing posts. If you want to make a screen grab of this, there's some great examples about these coaches telling their story, maybe give you some inspiration if you haven't done your coming out post yet as a coach. So I would screen grab these and use these as some inspiration. There's also some in our team page as well. We talk a lot about breadcrumbing. You know, you're not going to want to post every single day and be in people's faces like, join my group, I have this starting, I need 3 people, join me, blah, blah, blah. We call it breadcrumbing. And that's just sharing behind the scenes without being like, here's my Shakeology, you know, here's my Energize, here's my, you know, and leave some mystery to what you're posting, okay? Share something you learned from your PD. There's Amy right there. She says, it's okay to be a me time mom. Once upon a time, she felt guilty for taking time for herself. She explains her story about her feelings with this. It's not about a product. It's not about a group. It's about her journey, okay? And I think that these are so powerful. And like in this post here with Megan's cute little girls, she's talking about how they made a little treat with, or how our new superfood, our new Shakeology flavor of cookies and creamy was launching, but she doesn't say Shakeology, she says superfood shake. She leaves a little bit of mystery so that people can't just jump online and Google it and order it somewhere else. They want to be like, Megan, okay, what is this? I love cookies and creamy. I'm in. And then now it's going to be time to get organized. And I do love this. I want you to see all the resources that are there for you, and then you can pick which one fits your style best. So this is a Success Club business activity tracker, or a lot of times we'll call it the BAT. You can find this in your coach online office under that training tab. But I personally would encourage you to take a peek at the ones that I've uploaded and referenced to in the new coach training, which I'll show you next. They give you a lot of variety, and I feel like they're a little bit less overwhelming than this one to start out with. But again, you can try them all and pick which is your jam and go with it. But I always really want to challenge you, head out of the gate. I still have my list of 100. It's in a binder. Since we moved, I don't know where it is, but it's somewhere in my office, of my very first list of 100 that I ever made when I joined 8 years ago. And I hand wrote out names, 100 names of people that I knew just by thinking, oh, the mailman, oh, this neighbor, this person's mom, that person's mom, this person from high school, that person from high school, family, cousins, so on and so forth. And it was so much easier than I thought. And once I just wrote those names down, it was easier for me to be like, oh, these are the people that I really would love to serve. These are the people that I know would be so much fun to do this with. And it got my mind right of thinking about what that group would look like with these people from this list of 100. And that is going to hopefully get you on the road to inviting some of them and to your first rank. Also, once you start sharing your story, start jotting down who's liked your posts, and maybe who's following your stories or interacting with your stories, and start interacting back with them. You know, a lot of times I will say, if I make a post about my wellness journey, I'll say, thank you, Amy, for liking that post I made the other day. It's always vulnerable for me to tell, my story. I really appreciate your support. Have you felt that way ever, or considered joining one of my groups? If it was about my group, I'll tie it back to, have you ever felt that way? Have you ever thought this? Have you ever thought about this? Have you ever thought about that? And I'll open the door to a question to get that conversation rolling. Also know, what are you inviting to? So that's why it's always important to have a program that we're doing ourselves, but you all as new coaches, I know 99% of the veteran coaches on our team allow our new coaches to jump into our current challenge group. So if I'm a new coach and I get a brand new challenger and I don't know what to do with them, I would rather my new coach have their clients come into my group for their first couple months as a new coach and let them focus on building their foundation as a coach, and my group do the work of supporting and inspiring their customers daily, with obviously your face in there as a leader, because I want you to work smarter, not harder. I don't want you to have to worry about scheduling posts in a group and getting the content in there and all that stuff. I want you to focus on the foundational things that we teach you in that new coach training. And remember, like I said earlier, your social media is now your storefront. If you're not posting, your business is essentially closed. Your Instagram stories are allowing people to get to know you. And I think that that's amazing, because people truly are out there seeing who they could connect with. There are a lot of coaches out there, right? There's a lot of wellness companies out there, right? But there's going to be some clients that are drawn to Amy's strength as a single mom right now, and they really relate to her, and they need to enroll with her because they have that connection. There's going to be some people that relate to me because I share me, and they're going to want to join me for whatever reason. That's why it's so important to stay authentic to who you are and tell your story, because then you're going to attract people just like you, and it's going to make this so much more fun. And then reels are super fun. They're a great way to grow, but again, don't get overwhelmed if that's not your thing. If it is your thing, go for it, but don't put that on your plate right now as something you feel like you might need to learn or do. Just be you and start sharing your journey. Connecting and inviting, we'll talk real quick about that. Again, I kind of already said this. I just said, thank you for the love on my post. I'm so blown away by how much these programs, resources, and community have changed my life. You remind me of some of the women in our group. You totally should join me for our next group starting on blah, blah, blah date. Have you ever thought about that? And screen grab these examples if these seem like something that might connect to you, or copy and paste that and make it into your own. And remember, when we start to word vomit, it seems like we're trying to convince people of something. That's not what we're here to do. The shorter and the sweeter, the better. What to do when they want more information. This is a big ticket item for coaches that are new. So when someone else is ready to sign up, you can send them the link to join our team community group or your uplines group. You can welcome them, add them to your own accountability if you choose, but you show up no matter what from that moment moving forward. Let them keep you accountable, okay? Coach them how you're the best coach in the world. Keep them in contact to ensure you help them achieve their goals, because your opportunity to help new people reach their goals is essential essential for starting out to have you have something to share to show people what you are doing with this business, right? You're changing lives, and that's amazing. You can always share it anonymously, of course. I love sharing my check-ins that I do with my clients on my social media because I love that it shows people that I'm engaged with them. I'm checking in on them. I'm not going to let them fall. And I think that that's a great thing for you guys to start practicing as well. And I have some other resources to share with you on this also. Okay, Success Club and Success Starters. There's also some information I'll kind of route you to. A lot of this is duplicated now that we finished our new coach training in our Facebook page. So I don't want to waste time, but there we'll kind of talk about this there. We're also going to talk about Emerald there, but I would love to hear in the chat if you guys know what Emerald is, or if you knew what it was before this, and if you could think of 2 people that want to join you. I challenged everybody on the new coach page to hit this goal within the first 7 days of coaching. If you have passed that 7-day window and you're on this call, I would like that 7-day window to start tomorrow, and you set that goal 7 days from now and make it happen. Because the reason I challenge you to this, and I'm so passionate about hitting this goal hot out of the gate, is because the longer people wait to hit this goal, the more they get in their head. And the further away they're going to push themselves from realizing how ridiculously simple this goal is. Okay. They suddenly subconsciously make it harder than it is, and it takes 10 times as long for them to get there. We don't want that. We want these quick wins for you so that you can feel confident in what you're doing and get your business off running. Okay. Trips. We actually have a trip in 20 days for our team leaders. We're going to Florida. It's going to be so much fun. We cannot wait. But there are also tons of other trips that you can earn as a new coach, especially. And I talk about these in our other group that I'm going to circle back to. But as a new coach, you have the opportunity within your first 6 months of coaching. If you hit Success Club 3 times out of those 6 months, you're going to earn your free Coach Summit ticket. It's like, I think it's about a $200 value. It's amazing. You can also earn a Success Club trip, which this year it's in March or April, to all over. The 2023 one is going to be in Mexico. This next one this year is in Punta Cana. They've been everywhere. They're so much fun. But if you hit Success Club every single month as a coach, you earn dollars towards that trip. You can go on that. And then there's also trips throughout the year based on your rank. Okay, so what's your choice? Are you going to live your life by design, or are you going to hang out with the Karens and the eye rollers? You get to pick. Okay, so I want to open it up for a couple questions. I'm going to go through the chat here, but I'm also going to screen share our new coach training really quickly. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to screen share that. I'm going to just guide you to it. So all of you should be in our team Facebook page. And at the very top of that page, there's going to be that bar, and it's going to say guides. Okay. If you click on that, and then you head to the Welcome to Team Fit Forward United, you click on that, and it will guide you through one by one in order of short little videos, none are over 9 minutes long, that will train you on every single thing that you need to know in this business. So here's what they're going to cover. I'm going to show you exactly how to navigate our team page, how to find all the resources in there, learn about our schedule, our flow, and all that jazz. It's going to help you figure out your why if you're not quite sure. It's going to encourage you on some tips and tricks to making your coming out post as a new coach. It's going to help you pick a program that's right for you and choose a day one. It's going to give you lots of suggestions on a PD for new coaches and make you commit to that. It's going to help you set your first goals, which are going to be Emerald in 7 days and Success Club in 30. And it's going to talk all about that. It's going to teach you what Success Starters is. It's going to encourage you to make your first call to action post to join your first group that you're going to host. And it's going to give you a back office overview and more. There's also 2 calls linked in there that I highly encourage you to take a peek at. actually one call. I shortened it for you because I didn't want you guys to have this to be too time intensive. I wanted this to be able to be done in literally one evening if you wanted to knock it out. So the one call that you're going to be led to in there is very important. If you are kind of like, you're like, give me a structure and a plan and I'll go with it. That's what a lot of new coaches are like, right? They don't want to be overwhelmed. They kind of just want to be told what to do. This is what to do. You do that new coach training and you follow that posting guide in that last call. I give you images in there as well. So it's going to teach you how to talk about your story, and it's going to tell you what to share every single day and give you a 1-month posting plan. That's amazing for a new coach to follow. And guess what? That's still what I follow to this day. It's what Amy is trying to do, is, well, all of us are trying to do. And we're in a rhythm right now. We're going on week 3. We did a challenge to do it 100%. And man, when I follow this schedule, it's like it takes a weight off my shoulders about knowing that I'm authentically sharing me and who I am, as well as consistently inviting to this opportunity. And then it also gives you an amazing binder of different trackers, like I told you about. So then you get to pick which one fits your needs for that day, your style, your flow, and all that jazz. There's a whole bunch of different ones here that I use and I have printed out. So you're gonna do that. And then the coolest part about these is I also link a YouTube channel in this post here in our new coach training guide. I link the YouTube channel so you can actually go to this coach who made these trackers. You can go to her YouTube and, like, let's say I picked this one, it's called Inviting 2.0. I would go to her YouTube channel and I would find the video that's titled Inviting 2.0 Power Hour. And I click play and she literally walks you through step by step, sets a timer, and the hour goes on and you rock this out together. And she tells different nuggets. Each time you're doing it, you're going to learn something, and it will give you tips and tricks to rock out each one of these. So I highly encourage your first few times while you're doing these, before you really know the ins and outs, to watch those power hours on that YouTube while you're accomplishing those. Okay, so I want to go back to the chat real quick, and then I want to also guide you to the Fit Forward February calendar that I just posted. I posted that today for everyone, and I did actually post on there this time the topics of the post for each day on there in gray. So even better for you, you have one place here to know what you're posting about, what you're talking about, all that good stuff. Okay. But I encourage you, if you're going to follow this plan, to make February 7th your day 1 of your first challenge group. Okay. So that's going to give you 7 days to work on that first goal of Emerald, to get that coming out post done, to get that call to action ready for your group starting on the 7th. Okay. Remember, it does not have to be your physical group. It can be your uplines or another coach on our team. So don't worry about the actual creation of the group. It's just really important to have a start date when you're promoting these to your audiences. Okay. I know that seems like it's coming up quick, but I think with that little fire under you, it will get you taking action. And the coaches that I've had start out recently with the best success are the ones that have taken massive action from the start, both in their journey and the business. Okay. And so if that's what you're seeking and that's what you're here for, that's what I encourage you to do. If maybe you're not here to build a big business, that's totally fine too. Honor your path. Again, there's no right or wrong answer. Not everybody has to be a sprinter. You can be a walker if you want to. We just wanted to get all that information and this encouragement out there for the people that do want to kind of come out of the gates hot. But just remember that you have to honor your own path and your own pace. And again, there's no right or wrong answer. We're here to support you and to celebrate you, no matter what that looks like for you. Okay, so let's see. Systems and strategies, your own rhythm. I hope that helped answer that a little bit, Megan, about systems and strategies and your own rhythm. I think that truly that call in that online office, going through that new coach training and then listening to that call by Angie Belmar with the posting schedule and flow, I think that that's truly the only schedule that new coaches need. honestly, because if you're not sharing, you don't have a business. So that's my 2 cents there. Samantha said, I started doing Beachbody to make myself feel better. Once I got into it, I knew right away I wanted to be a coach. I'm just worried about posting stuff on Facebook. I always judge people for doing this, but now I understand how amazing this community is. I don't know exactly where to start. Again, I hope that helps you as well, not knowing where to start. I really encourage you to actually share what you said about you always judge people for doing this, and now you know how it feels, because I can't tell you how many people are out there that are exactly who you were before. I did it too. And when that's what I'm talking about being relatable and your coming out post. If I was your upline, I would be like, all right, we're putting that into your coming out post, because that is so relatable that you sat there and you were probably like, oh my gosh, would they shut their mouths already? Like, this is so annoying. I roll, right? And now you actually felt it change your life. And now you understand why. Like, if you can give that inspiration to those people that are eye rolling along with you and you used to, that they can actually turn a corner and actually feel good, they're going to listen to you because they relate to you, because you were just in their shoes. I want to help others reach their goals, just like my coach has helped me and continues to help me daily. I've been in the coaching atmosphere of my entire life, and it felt right to help others in their journey. I love that. Morning meltdown. Oh, back pain and didn't want to start on painkillers. 80-day obsession completely changed my body. I have no more pain. Oh, that's amazing. I also want to make this an income for my family. I'm a head dance coach. Oh, fun. And recently had my third baby. I want to get my body back and feel like myself. I love that. Lots of dancers here. We all dance like Coon Rapids together. I am doing body as much as I can. My 5th season with them. Fun. Okay, so a couple other things I just want to mention. So I was on a call with corporate the other day, and, my gut knee-jerk reaction to when I started this was that I want to help people, right? Anybody asked me why I joined coaching, I said I want to help people. I'm a nurse. Those of you, sorry, I didn't do an intro. I'm really bad at that. I think I do an intro in the new coach training. But anyways, I'm a nurse, and so it was just natural to say I want to help people. When really, my husband at the time had literally within 4 days told me that he wasn't going to report back to baseball season that year, which was our 75% of our income. I was a brand new nurse with $80,000 in school loan debt. We had a new house. We were newly married, all of the things. And all of a sudden, 75% of our income was gone in 4 days, and I had zero notice. So I'm like, okay, I really needed it for the income, but I didn't want to say that. I just said I wanted to help people because it made me, I did. I always tell people, like, that's a given. You wouldn't be on our team if you didn't want to help people. There's literally not one person on our team that's here for the wrong reasons. Our team is legit the best humans you could possibly find. But I want to give you grace and hopefully support in knowing that it's okay to say that you're here for the income. That doesn't mean that you don't have a heart of gold and you don't want to serve others, okay? This is a business. If you don't want to run a business, nobody runs a business for free, right? And I want to help people and serve people in every way that I can, but I have 3 kids and I'm not down at the homeless shelter volunteering every day because I can't be, If anything, this gives us an opportunity to both serve people and provide that income for our families at the same time. And I want to also insert income disclaimer. I was just talking to someone, actually they asked me to do an income call for their team. And she was like, I was just talking to a new coach. She's very high up in the company. And she was like, I was talking to a new coach, and I was kind of showing her the back office and the income progression and what's possible, because she was really trying to reverse engineer some of her income goals. She wanted to be done as a teacher. She needed to supplement $45,000 by this year. So they were kind of doing some reverse engineering. And she was sharing her back office, and the new coach was like blown away at how much she made. She had no idea that what she made was real. She assumed she maybe made $1,000 a week or something like that. And she was like, I think that we got so away from talking about income because there was a big, the like shutdown of a whole bunch of companies for leading with promising income things. I'm not here to promise you nothing. You're not going to make no money if you don't want to help people and serve people and you don't tell your story and you're not coachable. Okay. If you're here and you're coachable and you want this and you can believe in yourself through that PD, no ceiling. Literally, you can do anything. Amy can make more than me at any moment. It doesn't matter where you're at in the genealogy. There is zero cap on any person on this team. My personal progression, I think I hit 6 figures at about 2.5 years into this business, maybe a little less than that. But I had about, I'd say 10 people underneath me working the business. And I think that that's really important to share because you can't ever make that kind of money without encouraging others to do the same, right? So I think that that's really important to share. And then by year 5 or 6, I think I hit the Millions Club, which is $1 million accumulative in earnings. And it's just compounded since then. I make twice as much in a week than I used to make full-time as a nurse now. It's absolutely the biggest, craziest blessing of my entire life. And I only share that with like the most humble perspective to truly show you what's possible. Because honestly, my upline made a post about, I watched her journey for a couple years. And it wasn't until I saw her, I think she shared that she made like $300,000 that year. And I'm here losing 75% of my income, needing something fast. And I'm like, gosh, I've watched this girl work out in her living room for literally 2.5 years, eye rolling at her. Shoot, maybe I should have like jumped on board a couple of years ago. I was like, she's not doing anything I can't do. And that's the thing, you guys, we're not doing anything you can't do. We have taught you everything that we have learned along the way, and you have my utmost promise to teach you every single thing moving forward. Anything I learn, I pass on to the team. Anything I fail at, I pass on to the team. I bleed Beachbody Blue and I put my whole heart into this company, and I cannot even tell you the incredible things that are coming in the next 5 to 10 years for this company. It's just going to blow your mind. So if you're in this for the long haul, you're in the right place. You're on the right team and you're with the right company. But we want to help you reach whatever level of success it is for you. Maybe it's just paying off your Shakeology. Let's do that. Maybe it's helping your mom or your dad or your sister who's in bad health get healthy. Let's do that. Maybe it's replacing your income in the next couple of years. Let's do that. Whatever it is, big or small, we're here for you, but we just want you to truly know what's possible. Big or small, again, there's no right or wrong. It's up to you to decide what's right in your heart and let your coach know so that we can support you and guide you every step of the way. That's all I have for you guys. I hope that you know kind of where your resources are and where to dig in and where to go if you need help. Please utilize the Fit Forward Facebook page. Anytime you have a question, post it in there. Myself or one of the other leaders will be on that to answer, and you are not the only one with that question. So please, by you asking it there, it's serving all the other people on our team that have that same question also. Let me make sure I didn't miss any questions. Oh, it is in the nurse's blood. Oh, I love that. I always say this is the best nursing job I've ever had because I actually get to work in preventative care and help people before they reach the bedside. And I get to do it on my own time, without PTO, without getting sick, all of the great things. So yes, I love it. I always say nurses and teachers, and gosh, there's just so many of those service working jobs that you're just like born with that heart. But wherever you came from, we freaking love you. Our team is so diverse. We have lawyers, we have had pediatricians, we've had, oh gosh, what? I don't even know, psychologists. We've had so many people on our team of like every career, every lifestyle. We're like the melting pot of vet tech. Oh, fun. Yeah, we're the melting pot of everything on our team. Personalities, everything, but somehow we all mesh together. It's so crazy. But anyways, I want to thank you guys for your time. And if, like I said, we're always here. Please know that we are always here. The moment you disengage from asking for help and guidance, the moment you're going to lose that fire. And we don't want you to lose that fire. I want you to commit to learning that new coach training. I want you to commit to that posting video, and I want you to commit to yourself. Have a good night.